We all know that OnlyFans and other platforms heavily restrict certain words and language in their content and posts across their platforms. And today I want to show you how you can use GPTease to get those restricted words out of the GPTease responses for you and also bring your attention to what those restricted words are. Let's get into it. Something I know is heavily restricted on most adult platforms is the word hypnotize. So I'm going to prompt it to give me a hypnosis JOI script. Okay, so now GPTease is giving me a hypnosis JOI script. And I want you to keep in mind, I'm only getting one response from GPTease because I've turned off and reconfigured the way GPTease works. So instead of giving me two responses every time I prompt it, it only gives me one, and it only gives me the creative response. If you look up in the top right, you have this button here that says response, where you can now configure if you want a single response from GPTease or a double response, and which one of those responses you want it to be. I have mine set for creative, but also if you've selected single responses, you still can get another response by clicking the regenerate button, and you can regenerate in general or regenerate without thinking, etc. And then it will give you the other response option. See, now that I regenerated with thinking, now I'm getting a second response. You'll notice the first one is the direct and the second is the creative. And then it's a similar process as you always note it on GPTease, where you can select response 1 or response 2. Now that I've got my responses from GPTease on my hypno content, I'm going to select the one that I like the best. And then I'm going to show you how you can restrict words. So if you go down to the bottom of the GPTease response, you're going to see these three icons here on the bottom right. The share icon, the copy icon, and this icon that says restrict words. When you click the restrict words option, it's going to take out any restricted words in the response that GPTease has given you. Now that I've clicked it, you'll notice that restrict words icon has turned red when you hover over it. And if I go up and I look through my response, you'll notice right here, this word is dashed out or striked out. That means this word has been restricted. Now, if I unrestrict it, you'll see what that word is. Now I'll go back. The word that was restricted was mind control. So this is a word that is banned on OnlyFans. Now this is how you use the restricted words feature. And what I think is really great is that when you use the restricted words feature, it kind of gives you a guide on what content you should be careful of creating, or you should reconsider the language that you're using in it so that you can post it to more platforms and monetize it more widely. Now, what I typically will do if I have a restricted word come up in a script or in something I'm going to use is then I will then go down to the icons here and I'll click the edit in Canvas button, which opens up this in Canvas, and then I can go in and I can change that restricted word to be something else in my script or my video or my caption, whatever it might be. Now, mind control is a restricted word, and that's what got highlighted when I hit the restricted words icon. And when I highlight it here in Canvas, I can edit with AI, and I can have it be reimagined, more descriptive, expand on it, or align it with my brand, or you can custom prompt it. I'll custom prompt the AI to change the word mind control to something else that's more vague and allowed on more adult platforms. When I click it, you'll notice that it has changed it to slow burn. So this is a word that I can get away with using. It doesn't change the context too much. The overall content of the video that I'm going to make is going to be the same, but now I can get away with using it on adult platforms. But this is exactly how I would use the restricted words feature in GPTease. I hope you find this useful. Restricted words is a great way to try to stay safe on adult platforms. Keep in mind, restricted words do change on platforms all the time. We try to keep our lists as updated as humanly possible, but we are not the platforms themselves. So even though you can use us and lean on this tool to help you remove restricted language from your scripts and your captions, you should always run it across terms of service and make sure that you're not going to be in violation when you post anything to your adult platforms. You're always the last stop for review and safety in your own creator business. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.